Anne was deep in a dream that night about riding a lion to school, when she felt herself being lifted from the bed and shushed as she was carried downstairs by her dad. He wrapped her coat around her nightie and buttoned it up, and shoved a pair of wellies on her bare feet. "Sorry, lassie, but this is the only way. The station master has the night off, and we're going to get the barrow. We need you in case we get caught. If anyone catches us, you just cross your eyes, look daft, and hum, okay?" Anne's dad, Neil, and Bob hurried her along to the station, the feeling of the cold wind up her nightie adding to the drama. Anne worried all the way about which tune to hum so she could look musically gifted if it became necessary. They found the barrow on the far platform, and the sound of the huge iron wheels was frighteningly loud in the pitch-dark night. Anne was allowed to ride on it to try to dampen the noise, but it was terribly bumpy. Luckily, not a soul was out on the streets, and though a few lights went on as they passed houses because of the noise, the station master was nowhere in sight. The woman who was giving up the old piano met them in her dressing gown, and they apologized again for being so late, explaining that they had just finished their shift at the pit. "Fancy bringing the wee bairn out at this time of night," she said, causing Anne to break into a loud humming of La Marseillaise, but it was the wrong audience for that, and Neil put his finger to his lips. The two men and Neil took some time to load the piano, it being much heavier than anyone had imagined, but after they loaded it, the barrow proved equal to the task. Unloading it at the house took even more time given the narrow door and the carpet in the hall, but with much swearing and only a bit of torn wallpaper, they got it into place. Only after they finished rejoicing did they realize the barrow had to be taken back, so off the men set again, while Neil and Anne sneaked up to bed. Anne's dreams were even more vivid when she fell back asleep. The lion had gone, but she dreamed that her family had killed someone and moved the body in a coffin in the dark of night. The coffin had needed a huge iron-wheeled barrow to move it. She woke in a panic and still felt in her bones the grinding of the iron wheels on the pavement as they hurried through the dark, avoiding the police. Her heart pounding, the night's real events slowly returned to her, and she dozed off again, still in her coat.